Hey guys, welcome back to Truck Driver's Corner. My mascot has died on me since last week. As you guys know, if you watched the story before, my mascot here would make all kind of crazy sounds. Just quit working for some reason. I had to figure something else out. Let's get straight to the story. I'm going to tell you a story. Last week I told you the story about the Pennsylvania DOT. This Sunday, which I missed, and I apologize, had some things going on. But tonight I've got a great Missouri DOT story for you. You're not going to believe this. This rarely happens. Let me get rid of this cursor. I don't know if you can see that or not. This rarely happens. I happened to be going across Missouri, and I was going to Kansas City. And I drove all day. Left Wilmington, North Carolina. Drove all the way out to Missouri. I got to Kingdom City, Missouri. I remember that night, I was coming in there late, about 11 o'clock, and Pocahontas was on the radio talking to all the truck drivers. And I got in there and I pulled in the Petro and I fueled up, and I said, you know what? I'm just going another 100 miles down here to Kansas City. Maybe I'll just sleep a little bit. So, I usually like to get to my destination that night. That way I can sleep and wake up and then unload and then take off. But anyway, I said, man, I'm already stopped here and I'm already fueled up, and I got a parking spot. I'm gonna get about 4 hours. If I can get 4 hours sleep a night, I can function during the day. If I get 5 hours, that's like being on vacation, man. That's like sleeping in. If a lot of truck drivers know, you just can't spend 10 hours at what they want you to stay in the bunk for a night. I know I can't. So anyway, I got to Kingdom City, fueled up, spent the night, and I wanted to beat the way station over there in Oak Lawn, Oakville, Oakboro, Missouri, before it get into Kansas City. I can't remember the name of that station. And I said, I gotta get up at 5, and I gotta beat them. I gotta get through there before they open up, because I was heavy. I just fueled up. I was already at 80,000 pounds. So I got up that morning about 5. I remember I was about 5:30. I was running late. I said, man, I ain't gonna beat that scale. I went down through there, and sure enough, the scale's open. Just opened up. First one in there today. And I'll tell you how I know I was the first one in there. When I got on the scale, man, the scale read 12,300. My drives were something like 34,700, and my tandems was right at about 33,000 something. Yeah, 33,000. So I was heavy on my drives and my steer. So a voice come over the recorder. It said, pull around back and bring in your paperwork. And if y'all know about the Missouri scales, they have the weights. Whenever you pull up there, it shows your steering, it shows your drive, and it shows your tandem. It ticker tapes down whenever you pull on the scale. It shows you your weight. So they're seeing the same thing you're seeing. And I like that. Whenever you pull up there and you see your own weight, it's no surprises then. So I brought the paperwork in, and there was a young guy behind the glass, and had the little slot under the glass where you slide the stuff in and it goes back up to him. And I put my stuff down in the cubby hole there, and he just was looking at me like this. And there was an old guy behind him. He was looking at cabinets and slamming doors and opening up drawers and slamming the drawers. And he was, you could hear him mumbling under his breath and cussing and saying some explicatives. And I look at that young guy and I go, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with him? And the young guy looked at me and he says, well, we can't find a ticket book. And that's just exactly what I did. I started laughing. I said, you mean to tell me that I come in here 1,000 pounds over 81,000 pounds, and y'all ain't got a ticket book? He said, yep, that's right. And I started laughing again. Well, I started laughing. And by that time, that old man turned around and he said, let me tell you something funny, man. He said, I'll make a deal with you. And he said, if you get your weight right, even out between your drive and your town, before I find a ticket book, I'll let you go. I said, yes, sir. And I hauled ass out that back door. And I got out there and I got my hammer out. And I pulled out the slide bar and I beat them pins out. I knew how to work these trailers. Every trailer we had, I knew exactly how the pins were. I knew which ones stick, which ones didn't. I knew which ones had gouges in where you really had to beat. Sometimes you got to pull up, back up, and get it right there in the middle and then beat them out. But anyway, I knew this trailer I could just beat them out and they'd go. I got the holes beat out and I was a little heavy on my drive, so I had to, when you're heavy on your drives is part of your tractor, and it's the wheels that turn. It's the pulling wheels. They call those the drives. So I had to get the weight off my drives onto my trailer. So what I had to do is I had to slide my trailer axles forward. That way it pulls the weight off the drives and puts more on the trailer. So I got in the truck once I got the pins pulled, the pins beat out, and I released the air. I put it in reverse and I rolled a little bit. And I yanked down that bar, and sure enough, I could feel it break loose and slide. So I popped the air on. I run back there and I slid the slide bar back in. Once you slide the slide bar back in, sometimes your pins, if they're not lined up, they won't lock back into position. So what you got to do is you got to get back in the truck and roll a little bit and then pull down on the johnny bar again, depending on what hole you want it to lock into. If you want it to lock into the forward hole, you back up. If you want it to lock into the rear hole, this the margins between the two holes, you pull forward and pull the bar. So anyway, and I wanted to pull forward and hit the bar, so I said, well, I'll do that on the way to the scale. So once I got the slide bar back in, I jumped in the truck and I mashed that air off. And I was going around the corner there and I yanked on the bar a little bit and bam, all the pins locked. And I went back around and I got up back on the scale. When I pulled up on the scale, I was watching my weight, 12,000 even, 34,500, 34,500. I couldn't have got it no better. It was perfect. And I waited. They had the red light on me. I waited, and I said, yeah, that old man in there knows I know my stuff, and I got this stuff even. He's going to make me wait. He's going to try to make me sweat. And I waited. I must have waited at least 45 seconds to a minute, I know. And then finally they give me the green. And when they gave me the green, I took off grabbing gears. I was laughing the whole way out of there. And that's my Missouri DOT story. That'll never happen, probably to you in your driving career. If it does, let me know. Comment down below, and I'd be interested in reading your story. I'll tell you what we're going to do next week. I'm going to get to these frogs. I'm going to promise you a frog story, and I know I told this story to my cousin Elizabeth. She got a kick out of it. And I know I told her that I might have been in Virginia, but I go to so many places. You know, truck drivers go to so many places. They just can't remember. You can't even remember where you went yesterday most of the time. But I finally figured out where I saw these frogs. And these frogs were in the state of Georgia. And it was South Georgia. And I remember I went through Waycross, started raining really hard. And I had to go somewhere close to the Okefenokee Swamp. Then there's a hardware store. I had to carry a load of lumber. And I saw all these frogs. I'm going to tell you about it next time. When you come back to Truck Driver's Corner, I know a lot of y'all don't know me, but I got a bad scar. That shows up pretty bad right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I got a big old scar right there. I got a piece of my ear missing at the same time. You can see my ear notch cut right out of my ear there. But anyway, be safe out there, and peace from the Dirty White Boy. And I'll get you another story next Sunday. And I'm sorry about last Sunday. Had some things going on. We got them worked out, kinda, and I'll see you again. Peace.